Okay, so the job I'm doing now is I'm going to give it a quick tidy up. So I've got a sander, so I'm going to go around this top surface, just put the sander over it, clean it up. I'm going to go along the inside edges there and these corners, just tidy the corners up, sand it back, and then I'm going to restain the outside. Just give it a nice, neater look. So I'm not going to stand. You don't need to watch me using the sander. Just so I'll get it done and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, so I've sanded it down, got the vacuum out, vacuumed all the excess off. So I just tidy all the joints up now. It looks a bit neater. So what I'm going to do now is I've got some wood stain. So I've got natural oak. So I'm just going to do the outside, let it dry, and I'll show you again. Okay, so it's all dried off now. Looks a bit neater. I've still got some of the grey here, which I'll tidy up once I finish the once I've got my scene, because some of this will be covered up with the back scene, so that'll do for now. It's the outside, which is what you see, is much tidier. The inside, once I've got the one piece of my foam cut, you know, it's going to hide a lot of it anyway. So next job is to get the foam cut, and hopefully we'll start to see a bit of a landscape and a bit of shape, a three-dimensional objects rather than just sort of a flat piece of paper I've built into it. So I'll get the foam cut, we'll have a look. Okay, so what I've done now is I've built this girder bridge. So I'll get your camera. Okay, so what I've done, I've been building this girder bridge. It's completely scratch built, so it's made from plastic card. I've not bought any of this plastic card, it's sourced odds and scraps I've had left behind for other builds. So it's just a small sheet of plastic card. I think it's 1mm thick, the main base. I think the rest is sort of 1/2 mil thick. It's might be 1.5 mil to be fair, this piece. But it's still scrap odd bits I had left over. So the first thing I did was drew the grid on underneath, just so I got a nice some squares to work off. I then got an L-shaped piece there, glued on the edges, and then I made these sort of girder plates up. Again, it's just L-shaped hard plastic struts. So I did the bottom piece, cut these pieces in, added a piece on the top, leaving it quite rough looking, and then there's another L-shaped piece there. So it's just a basic, like a basic girder bridge. So it's, it looks quite nice. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give it a coat of paint. So the first thing I'm going to do is give it a primer coat. So what I'm going to use is Tamiya XF19. XF19. And I'm going to use X28, so it's 50-50 mix of paint. Give it a primer coat, and then hopefully it'll start to look a bit better once you've got a coat of paint on it. So again, using me clipped airbrush. So if I find me 20A. Give it a good stir of the paint. checking the flow of the paint. Seems okay. Let's go along the bottom edge first. Yes, I've got, yeah, fairly pleased with that. Just a basic, like I said, just something to get a layer of paint on there, so when you do put the top coats on, you know, it's got something to bite into, so the pack's already paint there. Okay, so yeah, so that's quite good. So let that dry off slightly. Plaster over there ready. There you go, that'll do. So that's had the primer coat now, so I'm going to leave that a good half an hour, 40 minutes to dry off. I'll clean my airbrush and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it next. Okay, so what I've done now, let it dry. Still got a few damp patches mainly on there, but it's not a major issue. What I want to mainly concentrate on is the metal work, the framework. So what I've got to do now is I've got some black XF1 black paint, good to go. So to me, airbrush again, use X28, just finned it, so checking the flow. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do what's called pre-shading. So what I want to do is get into all the corners where the dirt and grime would be, and I just want to go in and you know, put a layer of paint down. So anywhere where it's going to be shadowed or shadows, so I'm going to go along the underside of here, there, do the same on the other side. There you go. Now I want to go around the outside of the metalwork. There you go. Turn it round, do this side. Now on the bottom edge. There we go. So straight away you've got that sort of shadowing effect. So then say on the inside. Okay, so that's that done. I'll do the same on the underside, just where the girders. I got my own. Gonna probably one. She knows me. There you go, and that's the effect I wanted. So it's just sort of a bit more there, I think. Just there you go. So you got that sort of shadowing effect. Like I said, it's not designed to be perfect. It's not designed to look perfect at all. In fact, the rougher it looks, the better. To be fair, so just only be X20A and Tamiya paint. I tip what I don't use back into the pot. Again, I'm going to give my airbrush a clean out, and I'll show you what's next. Okay, so now what I've done now is I'm going to go with XF66, which is a light grey. Let's give it a good shake. Again, I'm going with a 20A thinners, but I'm making a thinner mix of paint now. So it's probably maybe 60% thinners to 40% paint. Because I want a really, really light misting coat with the grey paint. So the thinner the better, really. So I put my 20A in, give it a paint. So I start with that 50-50 mix. Okay, so it's really light. And all I'm doing now is I'm lightly go over the metal work here. All I'm doing is painting it on, letting it dry back. Turn to the other side, do the same again. Paint it on, let it dry back. Paint it on, let it dry back. Paint it on, let it dry back. Okay, then go back to the first bit. Because it's thin, it's gone through fairly quick, but that should dry fairly quick as well. So you can see the paint's going on, but I'm leaving the black is still coming through, so as it dries back the black paint comes through underneath. So I'm just going to mix some more paint up and just do a bit more. Again, see, nice time, let it fade back. Okay, just go around along the underside. Turn it around, do the same again. Let it dry back. Okay, not so much fun looking for the faded look underneath, but I just want that sort of, if you can, I don't think you've probably seen it to be fair, so just a bit of colour underneath, but okay, so what I'm going to do now is dry back, put my top back on the grey, so I've got some grey left in my colour cup, And that what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fade back some of the grey paint. So I'm going to get some Vallejo Air USF Lights Grey, so it's like almost a white grey now. And that's what I want to do now is add a few drops to the colour cup. So I'm slowly thickening the paint up in the colour cup. So about 4 drops there. Give it a stir. And that should now lighten the paint up. Put it through. Change colour, so all I'm doing is change the colour of the grey slightly. So all I'm going to do now is go across the top, pass over the top, start with. Then I want to focus on the centre of the panels. And on this side. Go back down the top. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to add a couple more drops in. More. Again, just lined up a bit more. Throw the paint through. So it's always gone through white now. But again, just want to go into that middle part of the panel. And just want to give it a quick blast over, blend it all in. Do the same on the other side. Middle of the panel. Quick blast over the top. Obviously a bit of sunlight reaching. Yep. And there you go. Got the colour paint left in the colour cup, just going in the middle of there. Obviously not that's going to be seen much, but it does give it a bit of so you can pick out where the underside is. So it's going, no, like I said, it's going to be underneath, so it shouldn't really be faded, but there you go. Yeah. Yeah, and that's leaves that for there now, so I'll let that dry off. But I'm fairly pleased with that. So it's got a nice sort of faded girdery look. Could do probably a bit of rust on in places, so I'm going to use some weathering powders for the rust. But that's not a bad start, is it really? Done the weathering before I painted it. So that's what the effects you use doing pre-shading. And it is quite a nice effect. And if you're worried about painting, worried about airbrushing, pre-shading is the best place to start, because if you get it wrong, you just paint over it. So there. Do some more work to. Once this is fully dry, I'll get some powders on it, resin powders, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so I've got the that's all dried off now, so that's what it looks like with a loco sat on it. Yeah, quite pleased with that. So like I said, it needs a bit of weathering, needs a bit more weathering, it needs a bit of rust added into it in places. It's not, I don't want to go overboard, but yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It's quite a nice effect. So put that to one side for now. And I've got an unboxing. So the delivery come this morning. It's now 10 o'clock at night, and I've been waiting to open this all day, so I'm going to open it on camera to have a look what's inside. I think I know what's going to be in here, but there's the first box out, and the second one. There's the second box, and the third box. It is the rescue launch. There you go. So a quick have a look inside the box. So I actually built this kit when I was about 13 years old. So it's a bit of a blast from the past. God knows what happened to it. And I think this kit's one about the same time, about the same age, so I don't know what the plastic's going to be like. I don't know how brittle the plastic's going to be when I open it, but standard Airfix instructions at the time. So the hull comes in 3 parts, so it's fairly straightforward. So I build the hull, then I'm going to cut it down to the waterline, because I want it sat obviously in the dock in the water. That's fairly straightforward, so it's building in. I don't think it's that complicated, to be fair. So building the hull up, adding all the detail. There's a gun on the back, some guns, a couple of guns to build up on those. Flag, people, then the people come with the kit, and you got your different types of painting. So I look at the colours, decide which version I'm going to do, and go from there really. That's quite good. Let's look inside. So I've got some decals, which they are looking a bit tired, but hopefully they'll be okay, they won't be too bad. There's the 2 sides. So it's not a massive kit really. Good job really, 'cause it's only a small diode, isn't it really? So yeah, so it's there you go, it's not too bad. You've got that, you've got There. Got glass. So it's fairly clear, so it's not too bad. You've got a bit of detail on there to paint. So again, you've got there's the size of the boats. So it's not got a massive amount of detail, not a lot of decks, you know, decking detail. I'm sure I can do something with it. There's some people as well, so I've got some people to put on. Life raft. It's quite a nice little kit, isn't it, really? So it'll keep me busy, keep me out of mischief. So yeah, looking forward to this. So it's quite nice. So what I need to do, I need to get this all washed out, and then I'll make a start on that in the next couple of weeks. Well, probably June now before I start this after me week away. So yeah, something to look forward to, really. Quite good. Enjoy going back. Oh yeah, 1978 date on the kit. So I was one when this kit came out. The age. But there you go, nice little kit. I enjoyed that when I come around to it, and I'll do a full how to build when I come to build it as well. So watch this space. That'll be done in the next month or so. And there you go. 1/72 Airfix RF launch. Kids, 1 year younger than me. Three. Okay, so the second delivery of the week. So another box arrived. Again, I think I know where this has come from. But just say there, so I do know exactly where it's come from. But just another quick unboxing. So I only ordered this on Saturday or Sunday, I think I ordered this. So it arrived Tuesday morning. So fantastic service, and it's from Justin at Scarborough Scenery. So there we go, get rid of that, don't need that. So in the box I've got, look at that, I've gone for engaged ballast. So I've gone for the Steam Era grey blend, so it's quite a dark mix. Gone for the engaged because it looks a bit finer, so hopefully I'll get that nicer effect. It's quite dark, so it might be a bit too dark for the for sort of mainline running, but I can always lighten it with a bit of the light grey blend. But I'll see how it looks when I put it down. It might be looks a bit dark here, but I'll try a bit first on a piece of tracking board, show you what it looks like. If it's too dark, I can add some light grey to it. If it looks okay, we'll crack on as it is. So I've got that. I've got some Gauge Master back scene. So it's the Countryside back scene. So I've never used this one, I'm going to give that a try. I've got some the canal piling, so that's to do the dock area. So I might need to chop it down and shorten it, but again I'll stick it on so it looks. So I'm quite excited to use that, see what it looks. I know Richard used it on Everard Junction, so it'd be quite nice to have a play with it myself, really. I've got a small footbridge, so that's going to be for the footpath. Again, really nice kit, so I'm going to put this together, use this. Got a pack of mooring rings, so again, that's for the dock side. I've got barrow crossing weathered sleepers, so again I can make use of those in a couple of places. fish crates and pallets, so I can make up some of those up to go in the dock area. Well, they're called sacks, but I'm going to treat them as sandbags, so again I can make a nice little pile of those. And I've got some 3D printed mooring bollards. So yeah, that's all come today. So really excited to use some of this stuff. So thanks to Justin for sending it so quick. And there you go. So well pleased with the service. I'll put a link on the web on this video to his website. Fantastic stuff, fantastic service, really good price. So all that lot cost me less than around 40 quid, so not bad for what's in there. So yeah, we'll carry on. I'll bring you the baseboard and show you where we're at now, and this will probably be the end of this week's video. So I'll pause it now and bring the baseboard up and show where we're at Okay, so I've now got the back scenes in place, I've got the base in place, there's the launch, the bridge. So I've still got to work on this area and do some, I've got to do the abutments around the bridge. Obviously the track go over the top, so I've started to work on the embankment. So this still needs a lot of work and final, so this is going to be chopped, do the embankment round, that's where the lower track's going to go. You can see I've got a piece of wood, it's a bit too big at the moment, but the idea is I can lift it out, take this away, I can fit the back scene on, I can work on this position there, drop it in so I don't damage the back scene, and then I can work on the front areas there. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It looks quite, I think it looks quite nice. It's quite nice. Quite nice diorama. It's going to be quite a nice scenic area, and obviously a bit of scenic. Your piece of track coming in here at the front. So we're still got to work on where I'm going to put the river in here, because the river can come somewhere across here. This is going to come round, and then your dock somewhere there with probably a pier or something there. But yeah, it's coming together quite nicely. So that will do for this week's update, and I'll show you how we're going, what we're doing up to next week. But yeah, it's coming together now. At least you can start to see something now, and you've got a better idea of what it's going to look like. Now it's more of a three-dimensional piece. But keep watching. Hope you enjoyed this update, and I'll speak to you soon.